Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. We're officially on day 10 of our 30-day devotional to Hades. Now, I kind of realized last night that I'm not really, like, when I did the devotional to Persephone, I was giving you like little, like, oh, this is this, and that is that. So I will start doing that. As I've been doing this, I have been, reading up on the underworld, reading up on the, the way that the underworld works and the way that things just kind of flow in the underworld and gods and demigods. So I'm going to start including that in my little videos. It's a lot different because when I was doing the devotional to Persephone, I was on TikTok and there was, a very limited amount of time that you had to get the information. So I'm going to do better at giving you more information about Hades because, as I was, absorbing what we did last night, one of the things that I realized was like, oh, I'm not giving these little, lessons, these little history snippets that I did. But again, I am being prompted to pull a card for today. I do hope that you enjoyed last night's meditation. It was hard for me not to get emotional during that because I was like, oh, fuck, getting rid of pain is, it's a thing. It's hard. It's hard. So I'm really proud of you for doing the meditation last night and getting through it. And that was the unknown, the card that flipped over. It was the unknown. Just wanted to let us know. Still here. Still here. Yeah, you are. You are. Holy Hannah. All right. So we've got some jumpers, clearly. This December energy is cracking. And again, you can't make this stuff up. Truth. And what did we do last night? We got rid of some pain that we've been holding on to. And if you didn't, you need to ask yourself, why? And you need to find out if you are avoiding the truth of the situation. I want to speak to this very briefly because we are getting into the quote-unquote holiday season. Even though we're, as a society, we want to feel like this COVID thing is over. It's not, but we're still moving as if it is. People are starting to go out to visit. They are starting to do the family gatherings, which for some people can actually be really traumatic because they've had the past year to step away from their family of origin, perhaps, and have had the opportunity to look at things as they really are. And now they're, in a sense, being forced to go back to this happy family, happy this, because it's the holidays and we spend it together. Please know that you don't have to do that. You can stand in your truth. If this COVID thing has taught us anything at all, it's that maybe we're not living in our truth. Maybe we're not being true to ourselves. A theme that I have seen and felt and had shared by other folks is the revelations. And I am not immune. 2020 made me realize that I am completely and utterly gay, that I'm a lesbian, that I have been for all of my life in a compulsory heteronormative space, and that's not me. I'm not heterosexual. And that was, and still is, kind of hard to grasp sometimes, because I'm going to be 39 in April. So there is so much of my life that I'm like, ugh. Truth. I've been given the gift of truth in the year of 2021. And that theme is still going. So what is, and I've said this before, whenever this card pops up, what is your truth? And I love that she's holding some scales, because it really demonstrates the balance that living in our truth can bring to our lives. Now that I have officially come out and I realized my sexuality, it has opened up so much of my life, and so much of me makes sense, whereas it did not previously. Even some of my choices make sense. So that has been one of the greatest gifts 2021 and 2020 ever gave me. So I urge you today to confront the truth, confront the hard truths that you may or may not want to confront. Do you really want to go spend the holidays with a family that may or may not appreciate you? Do you really want to do any of the things that you have been doing? Do you want to start new traditions? Do you want to live in a new truth? And I think it's very fitting that this is today's card, when we relieved ourselves and released ourselves of some pain. I do know that that is going to be a theme again for this evening, because we are still going to board Acheron's boat and ride across the Acheron River, which is the river of pain. And we're going to our next area, and our next demigod is going to come forward. I'm not going to tell you. You have to participate tonight. But it is going to be centered around a lot of the same themes that today's card is. So with that being said, I really want you to think on this. And again, if you are participating in the devotional, bear with me. I don't structure these things. I don't like to structure. I want it to be as authentic as possible, and that means not writing it out. That means doing the meditation as I'm doing it and as I record it. Kind of the same with my cards. You know, none of this is scripted and none of this is planned. So yeah. So I will see you all tonight for our next adventure as we continue to ride on the river and release some more of our pain. I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Mwah! Blessed be.